Hello students, welcome to today's class. Today we discuss the topic force. So it is a common word which we are using in our day-to-day life. You might have experienced force from your parents and teachers, and you might have applied force on someone else. So it is a common word. Now we see what is a force. Force is a push or pull, or it can be something which can deform the shape of a body. So what are the effects of force? So you can see a ball. This ball is kept on the surface of this book. Then I apply force on this, then this ball will come to the state of motion. And suppose that this ball is moving, then by applying force I can stop it. Or when this ball is coming in this direction, when I apply force on another direction, the direction of motion of this ball can be changed. So when a force is applied on the body comes to a state of motion. And a moving body, when a force is applied, it can be brought to the state of rest. Or on a moving body, when force is applied, the direction of motion can be changed. Suppose that then we see some more effects of force. Some more effects of force. Suppose that somebody is pedaling a bicycle and you push the bicycle in the direction of motion, then what would happen? The speed of motion of the bicycle may increase. And you pull the bicycle backward, then what would happen? The speed of bicycle may decrease. So it can increase the speed of a moving body, force can decrease the speed of a moving body. Then force can change the direction of motion of a moving body. Then bodies are classified into two types: rigid bodies and non-rigid bodies. Now you see this body. So when force is applied on this body, you can see that its shape is changing. So it is a non-rigid body. So when a force is applied on a non-rigid body, its shape changes. Okay, size also can be changed. But when a force is applied on a rigid body, it is a rigid body. And when a force is applied on this rigid body, its size and shape cannot be changed. But when a force is applied on a non-rigid body, size and shape can be changed. The reason is that when a force is applied on a non-rigid body, the space between the molecules changes. That is why the shape and size changes in the case of a non-rigid body. But in the case of a rigid body, when a force is applied on a rigid body, the space between the constituent molecules does not change. That is why its shape and size remains same. Okay, so that is the case. Those who are taking part in a long jump or high jump, they are advised to jump in a sand pit. They are not advised to jump on a hard floor. What is the reason? The reason is that when they jump, their whole body comes to a state of motion, and when they fall onto the sand, then the sand gets deformed, because sand is a non-rigid body. The energy of their body is transferred to the sand, and sand gets deformed, and nothing will happen to the athlete. And those who are diving into the water, then those who are diving into water in a pond from a height, nothing happens to them. The reason is that water is a non-rigid body. The energy of their body is transferred to water, and water deforms, and nothing will happen to them. But if they dive into a hard surface from a height, so they will be hurt. The reason is that the floor, hard floor, that is a rigid surface. The shape of the hard floor won't change. So this is happening in the case of rigid body. So when a force is applied on a rigid body, size and shape won't change. They can be brought to the state of rest or motion. That depends upon the size of the body. And when a force is applied on a non-rigid body, size and shape can be changed. So these are the effects of force. What are the effects of force? Force can bring a body from rest to motion. Force can bring a body from motion to rest. Force can change the direction of motion. Then force can increase the speed of a moving body. Force can decrease the speed of a moving body. And in the case of a rigid body, the size and shape of a rigid body cannot be changed by applying a force. But the size and shape of a non-rigid body can be changed by applying the force. Now the next one is kinds of force. Forces are classified into two kinds. One is contact force. Contact. And the other one is a non-contact force. Contact force and non-contact force. Another name of non-contact force is force at a distance. So what is contact force? So look on this picture. This picture you can see that a boy is pushing a box. A boy is pushing a box. He applies his muscular power, muscular force. He applies muscular force. So you can see that this boy is touching the box. He simply shows his hand. The box won't move. So he has to apply force on the box. Then only this box can be moved. Here you can see that this boy touches the box. Without touching the box, he is not able to make this box to move. So this is an example of muscular force, and it comes under contact force. Contact force. So contact force is a force exists between two bodies when they touch each other. Here we can see that these bodies are touching each other. So such type of force is called contact force. So contact force is a force which exists between two bodies when they touch each other. Now see this picture. In this picture, this is an apple tree. Then a boy is sitting under an apple tree, and an apple detaches from the tree and falls on him. Here this boy is not applying any force on apple. There is no direct contact between the boy and the apple. Then also this apple is coming down. So here a force is existing between the boy and the apple without any contact. This is due to gravitational force, it comes down. This type of force is called non-contact force. Force exists between two bodies when they do not touch each other. That is called non-contact force or force at a distance. So we will see some more examples of contact force and non-contact force. Now I have told what is contact force. Contact force is the force exists between two bodies when they touch each other. Now we see some more examples of contact force. Frictional force, normal reaction force, tension force, force exerted by a spring, force exerted on collision. In all these examples, you can see that two bodies are coming in contact with each other. Take the case of frictional force. So this body moves on the other body. So this body, when it moves on the other body, so then it is stopped due to the frictional force. So when this body is moving downward, then frictional force is acting upward, opposite to the direction of motion. So frictional force acts opposite to the direction of motion. So frictional force is a force which acts in the opposite direction of motion of the body. So here you can see that frictional force can act only when a body moves over the other body. Here also you can see two bodies are there, two surfaces are there, then only it is possible. So it is an example of contact force. When one body rolls over the other body or slides over the other body, then there is a force which opposes the motion of the body. That is the frictional force. So here you can see that two surfaces come in contact with each other. So this is an example of contact force. Now the next one is normal reaction force. I keep this book on my palm. So this book exerts a force on my palm, which is called action force. The force exerted by this book on my palm, that is the action force. Then my palm exerts a force on the book, that is known as normal reaction force. When I stand on the floor, I exert a force on the floor, that is called force of action. When the floor exerts a force on me, that is called normal reaction force. These examples you can see that two surfaces are in contact, two surfaces. So we can say that normal reaction force can occur only when one body comes in contact with another body. Then only it is possible. So we can say that normal reaction force is an example of contact force. Next example is tension force. Suppose that an object is suspended with the help of a thread. An object is suspended from a support by using a thread. Then the weight of the object is acting vertically downward. Then on the thread there is a force which comes opposite to the direction of gravitational force. That is called the tension force. Here also you can see that two bodies are coming in contact. So tension force is produced only when there is a gravitational force. Next example of contact force is force exerted by a spring. Force exerted by a spring. So in this picture you can see a spring. This is a spring, and this end of the spring is fixed on this. So first, and this end is free. This end is fixed. This end is free. First I pull this end of the spring. I pull this end of the spring. Then a restoring force. When I pull this spring, a restoring force is produced on the spring. And due to this restoring force, the spring has a tendency to regain its original shape. That is due to restoring force. So when I pull the spring towards this direction, then the direction of the restoring force is towards this support, this direction. The direction of pull is towards this direction, restoring force is towards that direction. So due to restoring force, the spring has a tendency to regain its original shape. And when I push the spring towards this direction, then the direction of restoring force will be opposite to that. So it has a tendency to regain the original shape. So restoring force will come only when a force is applied on the spring. If the spring is simply kept, no restoring force is produced. So when a force is applied on the body, when another body comes in contact with this body, then only this restoring force is produced. So this is an example of contact force. Next is non-contact force. So non-contact force is the force exists between two bodies without any contact. Examples of non-contact force are gravitational force, electrostatic force, and magnetic force. So gravitational force, you are all familiar with the gravitational force. So if I draw here, this apple detaches from the tree and falls on the boy. Boy is not applying any force, but this apple comes downward. This apple does not go to any other direction. It comes vertically downward. That is due to gravitational force. Force acts on a body due to gravity. That is the gravitational force. This gravitational force always acts vertically downward. So gravitational force is an example of non-contact force. The next one is electrostatic force. Suppose that you take a comb and rub it on your dry hair, and you take some small bits of paper and take it near the small bits of paper. You can see that these small bits of papers are attracted by the comb. That is due to electrostatic force. So electrostatic force is the force exists between charged particles. Then electrostatic force can be attractive or repulsive. So between two same charged bodies, it is repulsive. If a positively charged body is brought near another positively charged body, there is repulsion. And if a negatively charged body is brought near a negatively charged body, there is a repulsion. And if a positively charged body is brought near a negatively charged body, there can be attraction. So this electrostatic force can be attractive or repulsive, but the gravitational force is always attractive. Never it can be repulsive. Then the next one is magnetic force. If you take a magnet near some small magnetic substance, you can see that the magnet attracts this magnetic substance. That force is called magnetic force. So magnetic force also can be attractive or repulsive. If you take north pole of a magnet near north pole of another magnet, or south pole of a magnet near south pole of another magnet, there can be repulsion. And if you take a north pole of a magnet near south pole of another magnet, there is a attraction. So here magnetic force also can be attractive or repulsive. So these are all examples of non-contact force. Then on what factor this non-contact force depends? So this one, non-contact force depends only on distance between the bodies. So it is inversely proportional to the distance. As the distance increases, the magnitude of this force decreases. As the distance increases, magnitude of non-contact force decreases. So it is inversely proportional. So this non-contact force depends only on distance. So we have seen contact force and non-contact force and many examples. Next class we will discuss another topic.